Alright, let's open up some cars. The sun came up while I was setting these things up, and now it's just awkwardly 1/3 in the shade, 1/4 I suppose. Anyway, so we got some new stuff, some old stuff. There's definitely a few vintage things here, incomplete sets. In some cases I have the rest of the set, in some cases I don't. Alright, nice, I'm able to get a decent shot of everything in the same lighting, so that's cool. Let's open it all up. By the way, this is kind of an interesting error. Look at the thickness of the paint on the front end and how it tapers off, and there's almost nothing on the back end. There's just what looks like overspray. I don't believe that's normal with this casting. I think this is a weird error. It took me way too long to realize this is supposed to be a popsicle. This is the wooden stick. Luggage tag twin mill. Introduction of new wheels. My phone died while I was making that video, so it is hours and hours later. I've driven to Massachusetts and back to visit my folks, charged my phone for hours, and here we are back in New Hampshire, and I'm going to finish up this video. So, 1 to 24th scale, Ford GT40, well technically GT because they couldn't get the 40 suffix from Lola race cars. This thing's awesome, and this is from Jada, but they did a really nice job with it. If I had to criticize it, if I had to have a little something to say about it, the low profile wheels are a little too much. And look how skinny they are, not just the sidewall, they're literally, they don't even cover the disc brakes on the rear. These cars with their big fat hips are set up for giant tires out back. Almost the only bit of my life they were 300 series tires, so this is kind of comical, but you know, whatever, it is what it is. It's still a nice model, especially for the money. I will concede that. The gated shifter, the very realistic seats with the cooling holes, little grommets, whatever you want to call them. They did a great job with this. I wonder if Doug DeMuro has one of these models. I feel like this particular car, not so much the new GT. I'm not a fan of the V6 oddball weird whatever that thing is. I'm just not a huge fan of it. I'm sorry. I know Jay Leno tried to tell us all that it's fantastic, but nope. Gated shifter on this one and some of the other details, and just a better car in every way. But this thing is pretty cool. This is... I totally get why Doug has the Lamborghini Countach and then this. That makes sense to me. If I couldn't afford a McLaren F1, but I could have a couple of exotic cars, these would be high up on my list. Yeah. Nice paint on this thing. Look at that. Good stuff. 2005. First time I saw one of these, it was down in, it was in Pennsylvania, visiting my buddy down there, and his name on the forums, Burhan. I used to call him Burhan Solo, because that was funny. Anyway, nice kid, and we met up at a Carrabba's or something like that, some Italian restaurant place, and he said to me, hey, go across the street real quick and check that out, and just pointed at a Ford dealership. And I said, oh, okay. And he said, trust me, you'll appreciate what's in there. And it was a white GT with the blue stripes, and it was pretty cool. Even though I'm not obsessed with cars, I was very happy that I got to see that up close and in person. And that was 2005. Alright, I'm not going to ramble on too much longer about this thing, but I'm going to put this out there. This car was probably the best executed retro design that was done in the 21st century and alluded to a 1960s design. So I don't think it cannot be understated how much of a compliment that is from somebody who's obsessed with car design. They nailed it with this car. This was an absolutely fantastic design. Alright, last but not least, we have the 1974 Cheyenne with an also 1974 K5 Blazer. Matching paint jobs. And these things are cool as heck. And if you want to get into my comments about how they probably never made this exact design, this particular crew cab with a camper, I don't care. It's awesome. It's awesome, and you'll never convince me otherwise. This thing's fantastic. I love it. This is honestly one of the coolest haulers they've ever made. In my personal stupid opinion. Some good stuff. Look at that. Would you just look at it? How awesome is that? So cool. I can appreciate that M2 makes these so that the top actually comes off. It's pretty awesome. Good stuff. Alright, that is all. Hope everybody had a great weekend.